Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone to Lauderhill TV. I am your host, Millissa Jayne, and it's another week. Let's go, everybody! Welcome everyone to Lauderhill TV. Again, I am your host, Millissa Jayne, and I'm also the founder of the channel. So today we have an incredible show ahead for you. We have some amazing guests and a lot of great information for you. So don't go too far. Let's go ahead and hit that like button. If you're here in the chat room, please just leave us a message in there. Just let me know where you're calling in from, you're tuning in from, so that we can welcome you personally. All right, so hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that we can make sure that you get notified when the next show is. But we are live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And listen, guys, you got to see the past shows. We have an amazing time right here at Lauderhill. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my first guest. We're going to actually have some commercials, and then we're going to have our first guest. So don't go too far, guys. Don't go too far. Here we go. Advertise for free on Lauderhill TV while the offer lasts. Call 954-279-3893 for the details.
Are HR challenges holding your business back? At Centric HR, we specialize in providing strategic HR and compliance services that empowers business to minimize risk and operate more efficiently. Call us today at 1-800-570-8149.
Located in the city of Lauderhill, Mercy's Healthcare Registry has been serving the AIDS community for over 15 years. As a staffing agency, we hire HHAs, CNAs, LPNs, and RNs. Give us a call today, 954-572-3699.
At Shamslaw Financial Services, we specialize in credit services and insurance services. As a financial social worker, I'm here to help you maximize your credit score with thinking outside of the box.
Welcome back to Lauderhill TV. Millissa Jayne here again. And it's my pleasure and my honor to welcome Miss Sonia Bailey to the show. Sonia, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, Melissa. Thank you so much for inviting me.
You are most welcome. You know, when Chef Jones calls, you got to pick up the phone and you got to pay attention to Chef Jones. So thank you again, Chef Jones, for introducing me to this wonderful lady. So Sonia, let's get to know each other, and let's the audience also get to know you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I am the Executive Director of Fire Force Recovery, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We're based in Lauderhill, serving South Florida and the United States eventually. We focus on assisting people affected by bias to achieve something called cultural wellness. And how I got to that point is that I am a recovery coach, and I have a long history in working and helping people to achieve more satisfying lives and shaking off things that bother them. So now we're focused on cultural wellness.
Cultural wellness. So I don't know too much about what cultural wellness is, and maybe there are some people in our audience who also do not know. Guys, remember to go ahead and share. Could you explain to us what is cultural wellness?
Cultural wellness focuses people of African descent on our personal recovery internally. As everybody knows, our ancestors experienced an atrocity a little over 400 years ago. And ever since then, we've been trying to make up ground on that. We've done a great job achieving things that we could in spite of the barriers faced. However, we're often directed by the media or other sources to the latest news, because that's what they do. They cover the latest news, which we all need. And unfortunately for us, a lot of times that includes a lot of traumatic events and more crimes that are happening against people that look like us. So it gives us little time to look inward and heal, look at ourselves and heal, and look at our people who look like us in our community and focus on healing. So that's what cultural wellness is, examining the internal injuries that we have and starting to get well so that we can be our best and our strongest and our brightest.
Absolutely. And, you actually hit on a particularly important thing that the media focuses on, a lot of the negative and bad and terrible news. But here at Lauderhill, we focus on the positive news and the good things. So you're just in line with what we're doing here at Lauderhill TV.
I love being here. Yes.
Thank you.
I wish there were 10 million more like you.
I know. We got to spread the word.
Yes.
All right. So then let's actually narrow in on Lauderhill. How does it apply to Lauderhill's population?
Well, Lauderhill is like 79%, I think, according to the demographics, composed of people of African descent, maybe from the islands. We have a large population from the various Caribbean islands and other places in the world living right here in Lauderhill. And people take that heritage, their proud heritage, and they do like amazing things here in Lauderhill. So Lauderhill is a perfect home for a movement like cultural wellness, because people model every day in Lauderhill health and maximizing your circumstances and making great things out of your life.
Right. Yeah. Lauderhill is actually quite incredible. Once I started this project and I started to sort of delve deeper into, what Lauderhill's all about, the programs, the offerings, it's really quite eye-opening. And, people are watching and saying, wow, I didn't know this about Lauderhill. And people are getting quite excited about it as well.
Yes. Yes.
So let's go further then. What about our youth? How does this all tie in with the youth of Lauderhill and wider?
Yeah, we have just created something called Promise of Tomorrow, which is a right of adulthood. We've decided to focus on, it as part of the cultural wellness movement, the 5 rites of passage that were typical to African life. And that starts with the birthright, the right of adulthood, right of marriage or partnership, right of eldership, and right of ancestorship. So we started with the right of eldership, and to recreate our leadership so that we're not getting our leadership and our interventions from police or government or organizations. And so a part of that, what elders do best is focus on the youth, because elders carry forth culture and values and traditions. So then we started to look at youth and realized, well, as a part of our healing from the atrocity of 400 years ago, we lost eldership as a presence in our lives, and therefore lost some things that youth could benefit from in order to make their lives more productive. So in consulting with people who still live or have migrated from African culture, they said, well, you guys in the United States make rites of adulthood, but they're 2 or 3 weeks long, and that's not how we do it over here. It takes a long time to help a youth mature into adulthood. There's a lot of things that they need to learn. So we created a right of adulthood for youth ages 12 to 17 that will teach them really basic things, including how do you create your own shelter? How do you focus on your goals? How do you produce your own food if you have to? How do you have Ubuntu, service to others in the community that helps us all grow? And over a year as a cohort, they will practice these principles and transition themselves into a healthy adulthood.
Wow. So it's a year-long program.
A
And
year long.
I like the way how you sort of described some specifics, because I was about to ask you, what does it actually look like? What is tangible, when people are part of this program, what does it look like? So could you just expand a little bit more on that?
Sure. Well, it started a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was during the active part of COVID. We had a brief camp during spring break for young women, and we learned a lot there. We were really tired at the end of the week and wondering, like, why are we so tired? And it was because we tried to cram all of this information into one week, talking with youth about things that they might not learn at school, and their
Right.
parents are so busy giving them good homes and doing other things that sometimes they don't get the opportunity to sit down, like, well, how are you going to make it through college, and what budget are you going to have, and after student loans, how much are you really going to make, and why do you want to go into that line of work? So focusing on everything from their career goals to biological issues such as health disparities that we face, how they can avoid those. I don't know if you do, Millissa, remember, but they didn't talk to me in high school about the health disparities that our community faces around diabetes, hypertension, those kind of things,
Not
and
at
what I
all.
might do as an individual to avoid those. So we'll focus
Yeah.
on those kind of biological issues, how to stay healthy, and given the things that we face, psychological things, mental health is a popular issue right
Yeah.
now. That in talking to people earlier about what does it look like if you start to feel sad, and how much sad is too much, and how do you have a healthier state of mind? How do you avoid getting involved with addictions and things like that? Social things, how do you develop healthy relationships? How do you set healthy boundaries? All the things we learn in adulthood, but a little earlier. And even spiritual health, because spiritual is certainly an important part of people's lives. But while we are kind of non-sectarian, and we don't focus on any particular denomination, just encouraging youth to look at their family values, look at their own values, and embrace wholeness
Uh-huh.
along biological, psychological, social, and spiritual realms. So, and then setting, like I said, their goals and establishing a plan. When we did the
Okay.
camp, we found that youth did not have any idea. They would say something like, "I want to be a pediatrician," and so we looked it up, and they figured out how much a pediatrician could potentially make per year, and then they needed to learn what did they have to do now at 12, 13, 14 years old to
Right.
aim for those goals, and what would it cost to get there, and what would
Uh-huh.
they have left at the end. So those are some
Okay.
of the, I don't know if that's specific enough, but
That's pretty good. And is there like a full curriculum for the whole year?
there is a full curriculum. A couple of the things in a rite of passage that youth will do is you withdraw. Part of the process is you withdraw. So we would go camping, and they would encounter kind of themselves, and
Mm-hmm.
just for a weekend or something at a campground, not wandering
Yeah.
into the forest or something
Right.
like that. And if possible, if we're able to acquire funding, we'd also like to take them to the National Museum of African American History.
Wow, that would be
Having been
good.
there, yeah, I don't think our youth know how many things that we have contributed to the growth of this country, including like making the bricks that built the White House. A lot of the youth don't know those kind of things, the things that were invented. So we'd like to show that to people if we can. And at the end, they would have a kind of like a ball, something that celebrates our youth. Our youth
Yeah.
don't have, it's part of our tradition like some other cultures do, that a
All right.
formal passage into adulthood.
Yeah, it's a big celebration at the end. So I'm going to ask you
A big
some
celebration, yes.
some more quick fire questions as we get to wrap up the last 5 minutes.
Okay.
How many youth are in this program per year on average?
It is a new program, so we're hoping for 30, because it's fairly intensive, but we can
Yeah.
accommodate up to 50. But we're thinking for this first year, because we want to make sure everyone gets individual coaching and stuff like that. So 30 to 50 youth, basically.
Okay, so you've just started. When did you start?
We started like last month, when we started putting the word. And this program itself starts in January. And this is the
Okay.
inaugural one.
So you just blacked out for a second. Could you just repeat what you said there?
Okay. I was saying that we started in January, and that is our
Okay.
inaugural of this program.
Perfect. And I do have a few pictures that I want people to see. Just talk us through quickly what these pictures represent.
Okay. These pictures represent the installation of the South Florida Council of African Elders. They are now 3 months old, about to be 4 months old. They were formed in August as a part of community feedback that people wanted the input and the guidance and wisdom of elders. So they nominated elders. These elders were selected and installed, and there are currently 6 seated elders on the South Florida Council of African Elders. And that's what you see in that ceremony.
That sounds powerful, actually.
Yeah, it was.
You're based in Lauderhill. Do you have a location, or are you based remotely? How do
we're based remotely, because we find that even with children, when with the camp, I had to go and pick children up myself and this kind of stuff, because parents don't have the resources, and we don't want to exclude anybody for resources. So I go to where people are. But we do meet. Sometimes we meet in Lauderhill. We don't have a specific location. We go to cities and try to get groups of children wherever they reside.
Okay. And do you utilize the community centers or the parks or things like that?
We do utilize the community centers and the parks. Yes.
Perfect. All right. So let people know how people can get in touch with you if they want their. And I just wanted to ask you quickly: is this only for youth, or is there an adult element as well?
The rights of adulthood is for youth ages 12 to 17. Okay. And then the South Florida Council of African Elders is for people who are nominated, who are over 62. So in the middle there, the South Florida Council of African Elders and me as an ambassador of them serve the adults, because I totally believe everything is a family. You have to work with everybody who's in the household. Perfect. So that we all get well together. Definitely.
All right, let's tell people how they can get hold of you.
Okay, I can be reached at 754-777-0806. And on the screen, you'll see the email address for the South Florida Council of African Elders, which you could reach me there. That's probably the easiest way right now.
Okay. So, and that's elders@sfcae.org.
Elders at sfcae.org. That's correct.
And the website is The Culture
Has the Cure.
.com.
And there are contact sheets on there. You can fill out a form and I'll get in touch with you.
Okay, wonderful. So, quick question: have you spoken to the Lauderhill Commission about your program yet?
I have spoken with the Lauderhill Commission about the other thing, the for-profit. I try to help entrepreneurs with things, and so that's what I went through Lauderhill Shines for. Was
wait! Hold up! I forgot that you are also a Lauderhill Shines alumni. So
I am,
and I'm about to graduate this week from
Congratulations.
7. Thank you so much.
Congratulations! Yes, it's a great program.
Right. Yeah, it's a great program put on by Commissioner Millissa Dunn, and it's really incredible. So, Sonia Bailey, it has been delightful speaking with you today, learning about this topic, and I know that people in Lauderhill, and I have some other programs that are kind of a little bit similar. So, hopefully, maybe there might be some connection, some collaboration going on at some point. But I'm going to give you 30 seconds just to give us your final thoughts.
Okay, my final thoughts is that we are the cure. Right now we're focused on people of African descent, but without us getting well and healing from that atrocity so long ago, nobody else can heal either. So as a planet and as a world community, I believe that healing is ours when we work together and honor and respect each other. And I look forward to working towards those goals.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Sonia Bailey. Again, have a good night. And we're having our graduation on Thursday. You're welcome to come along at City Hall.
I would love to be there.
All right. See you later. Bye-bye for now.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Right. Advertise for free on Lauderhill TV while the offer lasts. Call 954-279-3893 for the details.
Are HR challenges holding your business back? At Centric HR, we specialize in providing strategic HR and compliance services that empowers business to minimize risk and operate more efficiently. Call us today at 1-800-570-8149.
Located in the city of Lauderhill, Marcia's Healthcare Registry have been serving the AIDS community for over 15 years. As a staffing agency, we hire HHAs, CNAs, LPNs, and RNs. Give us a call today, 954-572-3699.
At Shamslaw Financial Services, we specialize in credit services and insurance services. As a financial social worker, I'm here to help you maximize your credit score with thinking outside of the box.
Welcome back, everyone. Millissa Jayne here for Lauderhill TV. And in this segment, it's my honor to welcome Miss Candice Andrews Bailey. Welcome to the show, Candice.
Wow, thank you. Finally moving from the chat row onto the screen.
It's good to have you. You're looking lovely, my dear.
Oh, thank you. I try to match Lauderhill's colors, you know.
That's so cool. I love it. Thank you so much. So on this segment, we're going to be talking and really introducing you to everybody because I have a feeling that you're going to be a regular part of the show. So tell everybody who you are. Just give a little bit of an introduction about yourself.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. I know this show has a lot of persons passing through, so to find a spot on this segment, I'm really thankful. So I'm Candice Andrews Bailey, recently married, happily married, and I'm from Trinidad and Tobago originally. I am an author, recent author of the book called The Stretched Out Life. I'll talk a little about that later if that question comes up. But I'm an educator at heart. I've been an actress for the past 15 years plus, and most of my career has been in screen and stage, and of course, educating the young minds within Trinidad and Tobago. My passion and my love is people, serving people, helping them, really. My mantra is to let people find their gift, find their why, and put a price tag on it, because a lot of people, they don't understand that God has given you your gift so that you could be great in this world for his glory, and of course to help others along, because so many persons have gone through so much, and I believe being a light is important. So as you can tell, I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, and I think for me, I just want to make sure that I live full and die empty, so that at the end of the day that persons know that not just that Candice was here, but she helped me some way or the other along life's journey. So yeah, that's a bit about me.
I love it. And we actually have something in common. We both grew up, I know I grew up in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and you are still in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, so we have that in common. So lovely, jubbly. All right, so we want to know a little bit more about all those different things you just mentioned there. And one thing, of course, that struck me is that you're a performer, you're an actress. Let's start with that. Tell us a little bit about your actress life.
Wow. Okay, so basically, I lost my father when I was 9, going on 10, and my mom took us for some counseling at a Pentecostal church. And at the church, the counselor was like, why don't you get them involved in some sort of ministry so that they could get support, find community, and that is when I fell in love with acting and theater, because every Easter or Christmas, they would have some sort of production, and I would be either the lead or supporting lead in that. And then when I went into secondary school, I was not settled at all. I was finding it hard to find an identity. I was bullied a lot, contrary to popular belief. But theater was my safe space. And when I realized it helped me to become a better reader, I became so much more confident on stage. I think that is what helped me navigate grief and depression. Okay. And after school, I realized, wait, everybody's studying medicine, everybody is doing law. What am I going to do? So when I found out that there was a degree in theater and education, I went straight ahead. I auditioned, I passed the audition, and I made sure, and I kept my grades up. And thankfully, even though it was a very hard time for me, I graduated with first class honors, and I got to perform in Manchester, in the US. And recently in 2019, I got one of my dreams coming true working as part of the staff for Broadway. So I was exposed to a lot of Broadway musicals. And I said to myself, wow, I've got a taste of everything. But Candice, what it is you were really designed to do. And that's when I realized I was designed to teach and to support persons in their dreams as well. So that is how, that's like a snapshot of my acting life.
Of course. We're gonna touch on a lot of different things today, but I just want to let my audience know. Number one, hit the chat, hit the like button and subscribe. But Candice is gonna be coming back again to help us with Lauderhill TV. Yes. Now, you also are a Lauderhill resident, and is your business based in Lauderhill? Not yet, or yet?
So yes, my business is online, so it's based everywhere. But I mean, if somebody needs me, of course, I could come in person in Lauderhill, because that is where I'm residing currently. And yeah, it seems to be a really nice ecosystem here in Lauderhill with so much happening, so much buzzing around. Right. So definitely, if persons are having events and they're looking for an engaging and exciting event host, I am your person. If somebody is looking to, have a moderated panel discussion about something, I really, really love assisting. And of course, I do volunteer once you feed me and make sure I have transportation and an Uber ride. But other than that, I'm very, very excited about small businesses, social enterprise, and of course, persons making sure that they are sustainable going forward so that they could serve more persons.
Wonderful. Well, welcome to Lauderhill TV, girlfriend. All right, so let's talk a little bit more. This is the business segment, and we want to talk about what you offer as far as coaching and helping other businesses. So talk a little bit about that.
So what I've recognized, especially in the height of the pandemic, a lot of persons got worried because more persons were starting their online businesses, and persons felt swamped, like, I'm just this little fish in this big pool of persons and organizations and businesses. But now I've decided to help persons to look at your business as something very unique that only you can offer. So I help persons with visibility and engagement. Okay. So a lot of them, they don't understand the power of the screen and the power of showing up and letting persons lean into what you do. So I help persons go through this roadmap of how do I educate, inform, entertain, and keep my target audience updated. And that is through video, that is through media, that is through making sure that you have a platform, because if you don't have a platform, the people are not going to know where to find you. So just as you have Lauderhill TV here, you make space, you create a community. And one of the best things to keep a business thriving is to have a community, a group of cheerleaders who are going to go through with you, whether sun, rain, or shine. And they are going to say, I believe in your mission, I believe in your vision, and I am willing to let persons know by standing on my soapbox that you are really good at what you do, and you should really lean into the work that you offer. So I help persons to understand you need to offer free workshops, free training, so persons get to understand your authority, your experience, your expertise, so that the closer they lean in is the better they are at, buying from you and getting into business with you.
Wonderful. So you're an entrepreneur at heart, and you help other entrepreneurs. That's good. But let's go back a little bit. Now, you mentioned your book, and I got to let people see this beautiful book cover. Tell us about this book, The Stretched Out Life.
Wow. Yes, when I had hair in my head. So basically, last year, it's a bit of a sensitive story, but it's written in the book, it's published, so it's not a problem. I was in a really committed relationship, and the person died suddenly from a heart attack, right? And I did not know how to navigate that experience. Even though I lost my father, this grief was a whole
A
different
different thing.
slice of something. So
Yes.
my methodology of navigating the grief was to write it in a book.
Yes.
So the book is about helping persons to understand that in this life, we have to embrace the stretch, because unless we embrace the stretch, we won't understand the capacity that we have. And I had no clue of how resilient I was until I wrote this book and persons were saying, Candice, this has helped me so much, because a lot of persons, especially from the Caribbean, we don't like to talk about grief because we don't like to appear weak, or we don't want to appear like persons need to pity us. So we hide behind the pain, and then it paralyzes us. So
Yes.
instead of me hiding, I exposed it. I told everybody I was hurting. I mean, it saved me a lot of time posting on Facebook because I just put it all in a book and everybody can buy it on Amazon. So the
Right.
book is about me learning how to process pain on the pages, and then to encourage others to write. And the book is actually a workbook, because at the end of each chapter, there are reflective questions, because I don't want persons to think, oh, because I went through it, you could go through it too. You know, everybody has their own journey. And I want you to sit with the pain and to see it for what it is, and allow God to help you with the healing. So that's where the book was birthed, out of a sad place, but whatever the enemy meant for evil, it was turned around for good. So it's called The Stretched Out Life, trusting the process of being pulled, pressed, and pushed by God.
My God.
And I know, Millissa, I know, even though you smile, I know you have been pulled and pressed and
Listen, we all have. I'm sure
Yeah.
that everybody can relate to that. And how can people get hold of that book?
Yes, they can go on Amazon.com and type in The Stretched Out Life, and it will come up. It's a very, very affordable book, and trust me, at the end of it, you may be encouraged to write your own. And yeah, I could hand persons on to a really nice editor. You get a whole package, and before you know it, you have your own book that you gifted to the world.
So is this something that you also support people to do, is to write their own book? Is this part of your packages or skills?
So I encourage persons to write, but I pass them over to the experts.
Oh, okay.
So I have a full resource. I actually just came off the phone with my editor before I came on with you. I'm writing another book about the person who died. I'm writing about his life.
Okay.
And it is in the hope that, because he was a final year student at NTU in Jamaica. So my prayer is that when persons purchase the book, we can have like a fund that gives persons scholarships to pay for their school fees, because trust me, people be drowning in school fees. So yes, I have a lot of persons in terms of designers, editors that I could pass you on to for free, because I just believe everybody has a book in them. They just need to get pushed to get it done.
To get it done. All right. So we're wrapping up a little bit now. I do want to give you the opportunity to, what is the name of your business?
Okay, it's called a Mustard Seed Production. So I help create faith-based content and anything that is inspiring and motivational in nature. And I use media to promote it. So I help persons come up with their master classes, their online workshops, virtual events, virtual expos, that kind of thing. And so a Mustard Seed Production is basically taking the small idea of the seed, planting it in faith, and allowing God to let it grow and, cover the earth in such a way that we have massive impact and income, because we need the income to keep the impact going.
Excellent. So listen, guys, I have kind of sat back a little bit and I've allowed Candice to talk, because I want you to get used to her voice and get used to her, because she is going to be a recurring presence on Lauderhill TV. By the way, this segment is sponsored by a Mustard Seed Production. Right. Again, you can connect with Candice in various ways. Tell people how they can connect with you.
Well, one of the easiest ways, and thank you for sharing it on the screen there, you could also find me on Instagram at Speak with Candice. And we could definitely talk there in the DM. I could give you my contact information and stuff. And so yeah, Instagram is the easiest way to connect with me, or you can email me at theatercandicelife@gmail.com. So that's
Okay.
THEATRE Candice@gmail.com. Send me a message, an email, and I will respond. I'll be happy to respond to you.
All right, so this is Candice, everybody. She's going to be back on Lauderhill TV to provide different segments from time to time. And her segments, of course, will be sponsored by her company, Mustard Seed Production. And I just want to remind you guys, if you want to come on and help to produce Lauderhill TV, just get in touch with me and we can definitely do that. So I'm going to give you just 1 minute or so to just give us your final thoughts, Candice. And it's been a joy having you on this show.
I appreciate it. I love it. And I love what you do, and keep up the good work. And I'm happy to be a part of the journey. So I want to share with persons, at the end of the day, it matters what you do for others, right? So I want to encourage you to plant a seed by faith and watch it grow, because we all need to feel your impact. So if you are wondering, Candice, I don't know where to start with my business, I don't know how to get out there, feel free to message me. And if you're having an online event, I'm willing to give you 20% discount because of Lauderhill TV. This is where you get all the good stuff. Yes, because we want to encourage you, and we understand the power of media, because you are able to see and to hear us because of media and Lauderhill TV. So God bless you real good. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And I look forward to seeing all of you. Please subscribe and like and share so that we can grow this community and we can all feel each other's impact.
Definitely. Thanks again so much, Candice. And again, everybody, this is Candice Andrews Bailey. Congratulations on your recent nuptials as well. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And we shall see you very, very soon. Again on Lauderhill TV. All right. So
Yes.
Bye, Candice, for now. All right.
Bye. God bless.
Bye. All right. There you have it, guys. Don't go too far. We are going to be right back. Advertise for free on Lauderhill TV while the offer lasts. Call 954-279-3893 for the details.
Are HR challenges holding your business back? At Centric HR, we specialize in providing strategic HR and compliance services that empowers business to minimize risk and operate more efficiently. Call us today at 1-800-570-8149.
Located in the city of Lauderhill, Mercy's Healthcare Registry have been serving the AIDS community for over 15 years. As a staffing agency, we hire HHAs, CNAs, LPNs, and RNs. Give us a call today, 954-572-3699.
At Shams Law Financial Services, we specialize in credit services and insurance services. As a financial social worker, I'm here to help you maximize your credit score with thinking outside of the box.
Hi, good morning. I'm recording this in the morning, but I just wanted to stop by real quickly to say hello. My name is Commissioner Millissa P. Dunn, and I am honored to have the opportunity to serve you, our residents and business owners of the city of Lauderhill. I'm very grateful that you have trusted me enough to vote me into this position to serve your best interest, and it is something that I take very seriously. So every month I'm going to be doing a newsletter giving you an update on what happened the previous month and what we have to look forward to in the coming month. Before I start though, I just wanted to say my sincere condolences. We lost Commissioner Bates, who has served this city faithfully for over 20 years. And I want to express my condolences and sincere gratitude to her family and her friends, and of course, her City of Lauderhill family. We will miss her greatly. Please keep her and her family in your prayers. As we step into the holiday season, we have so much to be grateful for. And I am in particularly grateful for some amazing things that happened with us in the city of Lauderhill in the month of November. And so here is my impact report. Early in the month, I had the opportunity to go to Atlanta to the National League of Cities conference, where we were accepted into the National League of Cities City Inclusive Entrepreneurship Program, I am pleased to announce that we are going to be creating a Kiva Hub in the city of Lauderhill that will provide access to capital to entrepreneurs. I'm going to be providing more details in that as we go along. This is a huge deal. I have been working on bringing this hub to our city for over 2 years, and I'm very grateful to be working with the Economic Development team and the Lauderhill Health and Prosperity Partnership team under the leadership of our city manager to make this happen. So stay tuned. This is great news for business owners in the city of Lauderhill. Access to capital is one of the #1 challenges that entrepreneurs face, and we have, through this program, created a solution. So stay tuned for more information. At the National League of Cities Conference, Mayor Thurston and Commissioner Jabo and I represented the city, and we had the opportunity to meet with elected officials from across the nation to learn best practices. I, in particular, spent a lot of time attending workshops around promoting peace and reducing community violence. I learned a lot, skills and strategies and resources that I am working with the city manager to bring back to our community. We brought a bunch of Lauderhill youths to serve as youth delegates at the conference. I'm so proud of these young people. They represented us bravely, courageously, working with other young people from around the nation. They learned advocacy skills. They had the opportunity to hone their leadership skills. These young people have brought those skills back to our city, and I'm really excited to see what they did with it, what they are going to do with these opportunity. I took one day out of my schedule to spend time with them. We went on a college tour. We went to Georgia State. We went to Morehouse College, St. Agnes College. And then I had a really important meeting with some leadership team at Grady Hospital to learn about how they process violence in the city of Atlanta and how they're working with a hospital using a model from the CDC to address violence. So I had an important meeting scheduled with the executives at that hospital, and I had the opportunity to bring 3 young people with me who have expressed an interest in being in medicine. So that was really a great opportunity, and I loved spending time with the kids. They also attended the Florida League of Cities reception with Vice Mayor Jabo, Lawrence Martin, and the mayor and I, and met with elected officials from all across the state of Florida, and they represented our city really well. Super proud of these young people. Yeah, so I'm just still beaming just thinking about it. The other thing is that I was appointed to the board of directors for the Women in Municipal Government. There's a little typo there, so please forgive me. But yes, I am now on the board of the Women in Municipal Government, along with some of my other colleagues from South Florida and women across the nation. It's a great honor, and I plan to represent the city of Lauderhill and women very well. I was also voted as Florida director for the National Black Caucus of Local Elected Officials. That'll put me in the opportunity to connect with elected officials from across the state of Florida to bring them into the organization so that they may learn from each other about best practices for dealing with some of the immense challenges that we face in our community. So I look forward to getting the opportunity to lead and represent our city in that capacity as well. And we had Dunn in Lauderhill last month at Rancho Nando. We had over, I believe, close to 30 business owners show up at that meeting and supporting that local restaurant while they learned from the executive director for the Broward County Schools. She's in charge of procurement. Jennifer Andreu came out and spoke to them about contracting opportunities with the school board. So I'm really pleased about that event. I love making a room for people to connect and do business together. And while doing so, also supporting a local business. Our next Dine-In Lauderhill is the second Friday of the month, and we are going to be hosting former State Senator Thurston. He's going to be our speaker. Leading Ladies Circle went really well. We had quite a full room of women of faith who have turned out to pray for our city, as well as to talk about strategies to promote peace in our city. That Leading Ladies Circle happens also on the second Friday of the month. And that's really, if you're a woman of faith and you want to get involved, please reach out. We need you. The next thing that I worked on, oh yeah, so that was it for the month of November. A lot. And I'm really grateful for our team here at the City of Lauderhill to help make all of that happen. And so here now is the outlook for December. So today, actually, I'm recording this the morning of the 4th, and in about 2 hours, we're going to be hosting the Solid Waste Authority Executive Board meeting. My colleagues voted me to represent the City of Lauderhill on the Solid Waste Authority, and the Solid Waste Authority voted me to serve on the executive board for a 2-year term. And this board is going to decide and develop solid waste policies that will impact Broward County for the next 40 years. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to represent the city on that board. And we're hosting cities from across the county here in the City of Lauderhill today. I'll tell you more about that next month. All right, so yes, I am going to Tallahassee in about another 2 days with our city manager. I believe our mayor and perhaps vice mayor will be going as well. I'm not sure if my other colleagues are going, but we are heading up to Tallahassee to lobby for our city to bring more money back to address some of the infrastructure challenges that we're facing. So please keep us in our prayers, and we will keep you posted on that. This is certainly an opportunity for you to also reach out to our representatives to ask them to fund the City of Lauderhill so that we can address some of the infrastructure challenges that we face. As I mentioned before, we host Dine-In Lauderhill every second Friday of the month. This next month, I believe this Friday's meetup is going to be at Peppa Seed on University Drive. Go to lauderhill-fl.gov/lunch meetup to register and to learn more. Typically, entrepreneurs are the ones to show up, but we would love to see residents as well. This is really an opportunity for you to make meaningful connections as well as support a local business. Please join us. And happy holidays. You know, as we step into December, this is a time of peace, a time of tranquility, a time of rebirth. And so I want to wish you and your family a prosperous, healthy, and peaceful holiday season. May God be with you and your family, and may God bless the City of Lauderhill. Please follow me on social media. And again, God bless you, God bless your family, and God bless Lauderhill. Be well, everyone.
Advertise for free on Lauderhill TV while the offer lasts. Call 954-279-3893 for the details.
Are HR challenges holding your business back? At Centric HR, we specialize in providing strategic HR and compliance services that empowers business to minimize risk and operate more efficiently. Call us today at 1-800-570-8149.
Located in the City of Lauderhill, Mercy's Healthcare Registry have been serving the AIDS community for over 15 years. As a staffing agency, we hire HHAs, CNAs, LPNs, and RNs. Give us a call today, 954-572-3699.
At Shams Law Financial Services, we specialize in credit services and insurance services. As a financial social worker, I'm here to help you maximize your credit score with thinking outside of the box.
Wow, this has been another amazing show. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. Remember to go ahead and share, like, and subscribe so that more people can discover the channel, Lauderhill TV. We are doing amazing things in the city. And if you have any suggestions and you'd like to include in the show, just let me know. We're going to be having some more amazing guests come on to co-host, to host, and to, to actually run various different segments. So without further ado, I want to say good night again. Have a wonderful night, everybody. And I will see you next week, Thursday, on Lauderhill TV at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tell a friend. See you next week. Bye for now.